I dare not to talk about this one. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another 978 custom video. Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I gotta talk about this. The Haslab Sentinel. What a interesting piece, I will say at the very least. Like, it looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's pretty dope, especially if you're an X-Men collector or fan, right? You definitely want a Sentinel to go with your piece as your centerpiece. A few things though. One is very big, and that's cool too, because I love the 18-inch Spider-Man. So this guy, I forgot, he's like 27 inches, something like that, maybe 30 inches. I could have the measurements wrong, but he is very big, and that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? For the price, at $500 retail, he's big, he's bulky. A few things, you know, he doesn't articulate as well as I would like him to. To me, he is pretty much a 12-inch Marvel Legends supersize. And that's cool too, because he doesn't need to do much. He's a Sentinel. But I feel like he still should have had some new articulation points, like butterfly joints, for example. That's just basic. But whatever, nonetheless, I'm not even here for that. I want to talk about the price, because $1,000 in the aftermarket is ridiculous. That's double. And I get it. I mean, okay, that's pretty average for regular 6-inch Legends, right? Double, you know, 1.5 when it comes to pricing in the market. But this is a $500 retail toy, and for those who couldn't get it are gonna have to pay these kind of prices, these outrageous prices. And I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't agree. I'm not the one to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but personally I wouldn't do it, because it's not worth $1,000, man. Like, for example, $700 for Optimus Prime. That's pretty fucking impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, not the money. The $700 is also pretty expensive, but for what it does, I'm impressed. Like, I didn't know they had technology already that can do that. That can take a Transformer car and build it up on its own as an actual Transformer. Now, the reason why I think that's interesting is because if they can do it at a small scale, you better believe they can do it at a very large scale. So let's just say Transformers are actually real. They're pretty much real now. But anyway, $1,000 for a Sentinel, I don't know, bro. I think that's pretty expensive. And I think that if you missed out on the pre-orders, you probably should just forget about this unless you can find it for a very reasonable price. And I know everybody in the community, honestly, is going to be promoting this thing super heavy. Like, everybody is going to be riding Hasbro's wave on this. Most of those people have dogs in the race. A lot of people get things sponsored to them from Hasbro, so be careful on who you listen to. But even with that being said, this is great. I'm not gonna lie, this is a first in the line, and I understand why it's so important to all the collectors. I just hope really people become more reasonable and just stop trying to make a penny, because it's a shame that there are, like, I don't want one, and I had the opportunity to get one, and I didn't get one because I didn't need it. Right, I could have got it and then later sold it because I knew it was going to be up there when it comes to scalping. But that's just not in my nature. I don't buy things to sell them later at scalping price. Me making customs and selling customs at whatever price you may call expensive is a totally different story, because I work hard. It takes me 20+ hours to make customs. So that's a different subject. And even this, because this is such a mass retail thing, that's the reason why I think it's not worth the money. This is Hasbro we're talking about. They're a $4 or $5 billion company. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for them to do a Kickstarter. They had the funds, the resources to make this, you know. So, but they did it. I think they just wanted to see if we were down for something like this, so that way they just wouldn't make a bunch of them and then lose money, right? Because if they just put these on shelves, which I don't know if they had the space for anyway, but if they were to release these retail, some of them would probably sit. But because they made them very limited, and because, you know, they went through a Kickstarter program, people are going to see very, very little of these things and value them super high just because of the rarity. I don't even remember what the limit was. I don't even want to tell you what I think. But there was a certain limit on these guys. So there weren't, I think it was like, I don't remember, 10,000? I forgot what Hasbro, but I know when Hasbro did the Kickstarter, they kept raising the thousands goal. So I think 10,000 people initially signed up for this thing, and it went up higher and higher, or maybe 7, whatever the case was. I'm rambling, but you see why I'm rambling. I'm baffled by the fucking price, $1,000, man. And it's not even, 1,000 is the lowest I've seen. I've seen 1,200, I've seen 1,300, and I've seen 14, even 1,500. So I say that to say this. Good luck, guys. I'm not hating on it. Again, this is a really nice piece. I just don't see the value in it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, and I appreciate the love.